Today on Crime Scene City. The 1970s were a tumultuous time in New York City's history, a decade marked by skyrocketing crime rates that left an indelible mark on the city's collective memory. This period is often remembered as one of the darkest in NYC's modern era, characterized by rampant violence, lawlessness, and a pervasive sense of fear. For crime historians, the 1970s offer a case study in urban decay, societal strife, and the challenges of maintaining law and order in a sprawling metropolis. The 1970s saw an unprecedented rise in violent crime in New York City. By the mid-1970s, the city was recording over 1,500 murders annually, along with thousands of shootings and assaults. The murder rate peaked in 1972 with 1,691 homicides, reflecting an alarming trend that would persist throughout the decade. The Son of Sam murders. One of the most notorious crime sprees of the decade was the Son of Sam murders committed by David Berkowitz. Between 1976 and 1977, Berkowitz terrorized the city, killing 6 people and wounding 7 others. His letters to the police and media, in which he referred to himself as Son of Sam, further heightened the atmosphere of fear and chaos. The Blackout of 1977. On July 13, 1977, a massive blackout plunged New York City into darkness, leading to widespread looting and arson. Over 1,600 stores were damaged and 1,000 fires were reported, showcasing the city's underlying social unrest and economic struggles. The blackout highlighted the fragile state of law and order as the police struggled to contain the mayhem. The murder rate in New York City during the 1970s was among the highest in the world. Many of these homicides were connected to drug-related activities, gang violence, and other criminal enterprises. The rise of organized crime syndicates played a significant role in fueling the murder rate, as rival factions fought for control over lucrative territories. Shootings were a common occurrence in 1970s New York, contributing significantly to the overall climate of fear. The proliferation of firearms, combined with the city's economic decline and social fragmentation, created a perfect storm for gun violence. Many neighborhoods, particularly in the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Harlem, were plagued by frequent shootouts, making everyday life dangerous for residents. The New York Police Department, NYPD, faced significant challenges in combating the crime wave. Corruption within the force, exemplified by the revelations of the Knapp Commission in 1971, undermined public trust. Additionally, budget cuts and manpower shortages hampered the department's effectiveness, leaving the city vulnerable to criminal activity. The birth of the Guardian Angels. In response to the rampant crime, civilian patrol groups like the Guardian Angels emerged. Founded in 1979 by Curtis Sliwa, the Guardian Angels aimed to provide a visible deterrent to crime on the streets and subways, where many New Yorkers felt unsafe. Their efforts were both lauded and criticized, but they represented a grassroots response to the city's crime problems. The 1970s were a defining period in New York City's history, shaping the city's policies, law enforcement strategies, and societal attitudes toward crime and safety. The lessons learned during this turbulent decade have influenced subsequent efforts to combat crime and improve urban living conditions. For crime historians, the 1970s remain a critical era for understanding the complexities of urban crime and the continuous battle to maintain order in America's largest city. Thanks for watching Crime Scene City here on the Pure Evil Network. If true crime is your thing, then subscribe now for more pure evil.